for 5 in 3 overs. He has absolutely caused mayhem here tonight, and he's going to have another over. And I want to ask you, Dale Steyn is licking his lips here, because Dale, on a pitch like this, you're 24 for 4, you literally have to bowl. I want to ask you, how straight do you bowl? What do you think about? When you've got the ball in your hand, you know the pitch can be spiteful like this. What do you do?
What I'm very impressed with so far has been the talk about this pitch so far has been the spin and the turn. South Africa bowled here the other night. There was only 1 wicket that fell to seam, and tonight in this innings, Nepal have lost all 4 wickets so far to seam. So Bangladesh haven't taken that, their seamers haven't taken lightly and gone, oh, what, we're out of this game. We've come in here, they've hit the pitch real hard, they've used good skill, the ball swung, they've intimidated the Nepal batters with short balls. As we see another one there, going into the body of Jora, that looked like it really hurt. There's been some big pace here by some of the Bangladesh bowlers tonight.
What about the amount of dots that he has produced so far? Tanzim Hassan Saqib, oh, ouch! That's the 18th delivery on the trot, which hasn't gone for a single run. That is magnificent.
And a double wicket maiden. His previous over, the last over, was a wicket maiden. Tanzim is on fire right now. It's the first run, finally a run for Nepal. Coming off the outside edge, thick outside edge.
Well, this is the power play. A wicket with a full toss, and then Saar just hit it up in the air. The pace was unrelenting. Smart catch by Rishad Hussain. And Saqib with a bit of a juggle. But the second attempt gives Mustafizur his wicket. So the fire and the hostility has been supplied from the 21-year-old Tanzim, who really has had target set on Nepal and their top order, and he's wrecked them. He has really torn into them. He's intimidated, he's hurt them, and they're bruised. And he's going to come round the wicket here to the left-handed Kushal Mullah. This might be a real test of his nerve and strength of mind. Oh, he's done well, he's come forward, he's got behind the line. This is really nasty. 85 miles an hour.
What happens is you allow the bowlers to get into a rhythm. They just run in and they hit the zone where they want to, and when there isn't a little bit of extra pace, there is a little bit of extra bounce, some ball is going to have your number on it. Nepal batters need to do something. They need to either walk a little bit or move a little bit just to set the bowlers off from just running in and allowing the bowler to land the ball where he wants to land it.
It's shown real good aggression, and it is quite noticeable that Bangladesh in the recent past, last couple of years, they've started to develop pace bowlers. And the reason to do that was to make sure that they can go out overseas and do some damage with the pace attack. And that's exactly what has happened. You look at Tanzim Hassan Saqib has been brilliant. Taskin Ahmed among the wickets. Mustafizur Rahman at times unplayable, especially at the death. And there is Shariful Islam also, the left arm seamer.
It's gone. It's that man, as the same one, Rishad Hussain. You just can't get past him. And it's another wicket. It's a 4th for Tanzim. He is on fire, and so too are Nepal. 26 for 5 now. It's the end of Jora.
Just what Bangladesh would have hoped for. The fans, millions back home, would have been disappointed with the batting performance. But what about Tanzim Hassan Saqib? Look at that reaction. Fist in the air. He knows he's nailed it tonight. Yeah, Sandeep goes for 1, and Nepal in all sorts of trouble at 26 for 5.
Dipendra Singh Eri is in and his side is on the ropes. They've taken some hefty blows, body blows, mental blows. 26 for 5. And you can thank Tanzim Hassan Saqib, 4 overs, 4 for 7. He has absolutely annihilated them. Rishad Hussain, he's tall, he rips the leg spinner. And Samuel Badri's moved in now as well. Eid Mubarak to all as well. But right now it's the business of cricket that this man, Rishad Hussain, he's the bright new sensation on the landscape for Bangladesh cricket. And you look at what he delivers, Samuel, you cast your eye on this.
Yeah, that's why I've flown in, Wilco, just to have a look.
Very good.
At this young man, I've heard a lot.
Oh my goodness, talk us through that. Where on earth did that come from?
Yeah, not only the turn, but the bounce. It's flummoxed everyone, the batter, the wicketkeeper, and it's an inauspicious start to his spell. First delivery, 5 wide, pitches outside, off stump, and goes considerably wide down the leg side. Good luck batting for the rest of these overs, Nepal.
You could feel that when Bangladesh were batting, and off air, I did tell Alan that this surface is not an easy surface to bat on. Leg slip comes in place now.
Well, really, at 31 for 5, 7 overs gone, 33 for 5. Mullah and Dipendra Singh area in, but that's the end of Jora. Second catch in that backward point position for Rishad, and it's a 4th wicket for Tanzim. 4 for 7. He delivered 21 dot balls in his 24 that he bowled. 21 dot balls. An outstanding spell.
Career best figures for him, 4 for 7. The second best figures ever recorded by someone from Bangladesh at the T20 World Cup. That is phenomenal bowling.
He's only 21 years of age. What a prospect for Bangladesh, and so too is this tall leg spinner, Rishad Hussain.
Yeah, member of the World Cup winning team in under 19 World Cup. There you go, he's climbing up, he's climbing up. There's a third on this edition, he'll be a happy man.
I'll tell you what, guys, based on that last graphic, this has certainly been a World Cup for the bowlers. Some remarkable figures. Adil Rashid with 4 for 11, Adam Zampa with 4 for 12, and then those there. It's just been difficult and challenging for the batters, hasn't it?
Feel a twitch in the shoulder, do you, Samuel? Hey, just a little. Samuel Badri on this pitch, what would you fancy?
Akil Hussain as well, picking up 4 for 11, displacing me as the best figures for the West Indies at the T20 World Cup. Yeah, Wilco, I'd certainly fancy bowling on this pitch. I just heard someone whisper in the back of the com box that I might actually turn one here.
Don't sell yourself short, Samuel Badri. Oh, he's got it past him. Lytton Das says, what about that for a stumping? Sam Najaski says, no, but well, I'll have a look at it anyway. You've asked. Oh, the decision has gone upstairs. The umpire wants to see this. Checking for the stumping here. I don't think that foot has come up. Oh, just a little hint that it might have. Jayaraman Madan Gopal is the TV umpire. Well, Samu Badri, have you ever been an umpire?
The right leg, the back leg just moves for a second. It's too tight, too tight.
Oh, I think there's contact all the way through there. Contact with the surface. The Pinder Singh area is not out. He's okay.
Yeah, confirmation there. Just might have been a touch too early. The wicketkeeper, he did momentarily raise his back foot, but it was okay. 34 for 5. When he pitches the delivery though, it's difficult. Another one, it's unrelenting. Shakib Al Hassan into the attack.
Oh, given what this pitch is doing, that's an awful ball from Shakib. Goodness, all you've got to do is literally bowl it straight and the pitch will do it for you.
Yeah, he's gone wicketless so far, and we've seen the kind of contribution the spinners have done in this tournament. They are right at the top. For some reason, he hasn't been able to bowl in the right areas. He gets away with it. Should have been put away anyway he wanted to.
If you tell anyone, Ata Ali Khan, that Shakib Al Hassan hasn't picked up a wicket in this World Cup to date, it would be a surprise, given the conditions, given the proliferation of wickets taken by spinners. And she can't look. She can't stand to look at what's happening.
Yeah. Just looking ahead, he needs to come into his own elements while bowling. Especially on the surface, again a big swing, inside edge.
Well, he's played in all 9 ICC Men's T20 World Cup, and his wickets, he just bowls a good length. He just nags away at a good length. He spins the ball. He's got a good arm ball as well. And he just builds up pressure. He builds pressure on batters because he's at them all the time. He bowls very few bad deliveries.
Yeah, 47 wickets in the World Cup. He just needs 3 to go and become the very first player to pick up 50 wickets in T20 World Cup.
It's another single, any singles, anything for Nepal to get their hands onto a grip on this, because they've been blown away by Tanzim.
Yeah, just building on your point, Ata Ali Khan, of Bangladesh, if they qualify, they'll have a game here at this very venue. So Shakib, if he can come good in favorable conditions, there'll be a handful.
It's the end of 9 overs. It's 40 for 5.
Najmul Hussain Shanto leading his troops well. So important in terms of the decisions you make in the field. This is where things stand at the moment. 106 is what Nepal restricted Bangladesh for. And in pursuit, 5 wickets down.
What they've been doing, apart from bowling so many deliveries that have been virtually unplayable, they've been building pressure by bowling in such a way that Nepal have not been able to score.
Yeah, the partnership now worth 15 or 14 deliveries. They just need to just keep going on. Don't think about those big shots, because it's not easy for the batters in the middle.
Kushal Mullah, the young 20 years of age. He's in a cauldron of fire here. And it really is. It has been a stiff, stern examination of Nepal and what they can bring and what they have brought, of course. They nearly got over the line against South Africa, but here they've been hit hard. Some body blows, mentally and physically, inflicted by Bangladesh.
Yeah, Rohit Powell mentioned at the end of that game against South Africa that they'll only get better by playing against teams like Bangladesh, full member nations. So this, in as much as it's difficult for them, it's a learning opportunity, a learning curve. Playing in a World Cup against full member nations, it was never going to be easy, but they've acquitted themselves well, and they are a proud nation, and they have a lot to be proud of. So far, their bowlers have been exceptional.
I like what Kushal Mullah is
so far in this over. So very difficult for the batters once he's in the attack.
very wide of the crease. He almost ran outside the tram lines. Well, he's always got some little trick, but look how wide he goes here. He steps out, even though that front foot is outside the line of the tram line. You can do that. Your front foot can be outside it, but if your back foot crosses it, it's a no ball. Tucked away for one. 10 overs have gone here, and Nepal are 42 for 5, and it is time for drinks.
Quick single taken here, and they'll get another one. Well, it's backed up but far too deep. Bangladesh want to make sure they keep things nice and disciplined in the field.
When you're defending a low total of 106, you can see the fielders just having a conversation with each other there. The fizz not coming off the boundary quick enough. This throw maybe just off target, the bowler not getting back to the stumps. The fizz picked it up, but Nepal quick for a second. It's good cricket awareness that by Nepal. Any run and every run is difficult to get on this track, so anytime you can do these little stealing overthrows, you'll take that. And the spinners have been on the money tonight. They've bowled that bounce and turn that we've had this evening.
Well, Rishad is just bowled generally in the right area. When you think that, look at this, look at the turn he's got. 4.4 to Rashid's 4.2, Birtle 3.9, Lamachani 3.5.
Another one that has spun and spat and beaten everybody. Well, there is somebody there to back up eventually.
Well, he's going to be absolutely unplayable on pitches which give him just a modicum of assistance, because he's so tall. He's got to be the tallest leg spinner in recent times. Rashid is not tall. Sanal Badri Yeah, he's in between short and tall. He's medium. But this fella, he's 6'3". He stands head and shoulders over most of his teammates, so he's going to get that bounce as well as the rip that he gives the ball.
Big shout for Rishad. Will they have a look at this? It's the end of the over. Still got time. Doesn't seem to be any interest. Time's gone. 54 for 5.
Bowler always likes, oh, it's close enough, you know. It's close enough. I don't think there was any bat involved in that. No bat involved. Was it high?
Bangladesh still have both their reviews to use. Rishad's got one more over left to bowl. Taskin is back. So, protection down at deep third. He's got another over he can bowl after this, 2 so far. Now this was the LB at the end of the last over. Turning. Striking too high. Oh, would have been umpire's call. It was not out on the field. So it would have stayed not out if they had reviewed. It was close.
Very, very close. I think he knew it was straight enough. It was always going to be a question of height. At this stage, Bangladesh was 69 for 6, 55 for 5 now, Nepal.
And Bangladesh managed to scramble some valuable runs off the last couple of overs of their innings before they were bowled out, and that always makes a difference, doesn't it? Such a booster to end your innings with that positivity with the bat.
Absolutely, Ali, and it looked at one stage that Bangladesh were not going to get to 90 or 95, but they crept over the line, and just a couple of runs leaked unnecessarily.
Running hard for the first. They want to make it 2. No, they can't.
Yeah, and runs have been tough to come by. Bangladesh 88 for 9 when they had that final little partnership of theirs that pushed them over to 106. Nepal, just imagine if they bowled Bangladesh out for 90. It would be a very, very different game at 56 for 5 right now, needing to chase roughly 90 to win.
Aerial and through. Well, they need the boundaries, however they're going to come. Flash of the blade.
Well, he's picked up 2 very smart catches. He wasn't going to get this, not even with his outstretched hand. He's one of the tallest in the side. This time it doesn't go straight to hand.
Yeah, and this partnership up to 34, 41 deliveries. So these 2 batters just hanging in there for Nepal right now, building a little bit of a fight back, a little bit of a partnership. Could we see a good game on our hands tonight? On the money is Taskin. Nepal are going to sneak through for a single.
Well, this is what we've got coming up for you tomorrow. Group C, top of the table, 2 sides who are already through to the Super 8s. That is West Indies up against Afghanistan. And Afghanistan would be part of the Super 8s, along with whoever goes through from Group D. If it is indeed Bangladesh who win this match, they will... Afghanistan would have 2 games here in St Vincent's and the Grenadines. That's the over 7 coming off it, 61 for 5. Oh, the fans are passionate, and they're still believing, and they've got to keep believing. Prashant Malla and Dipendra Singh Airi. So much riding on them. Phil Sanjar, the 18-year-old, yet to come in. Sompal Kami. It's been a festival and a family atmosphere here. There to have a chance of getting their first ever win over a test playing nation. Well stopped. Rajab Hossain throwing his full frame to the floor.
Such an important cricketer, isn't he, this fellow, Rashad Hussain, to Bangladesh, fielding in one of the most important fielding positions, that backward point.
Shakib Al Hassan. Oh, they're going to go for a second here. Ultimately well judged too. And they are giving their team every inch of support and encouragement in this partnership. They know how important it is to recognise batters out in the middle. They've got themselves established now. Well, it's a full ball from Shakib. Oh, I feel like there was a twitch from the umpire. He's reviewed it instantly.
We have player review for Elvin. Original position is not out. I've checked the feed, it's a fair delivery. Please. Ball passing close to the inside edge. Can we have ultra edge? Clear gap as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied ball. Ball tracking, please. Pitching line, impact in line. Wickets umpires. Original decision not out. Sam,
Well,
stay with your
tighty
decision
call.
of not out.
Now on-field stays not out. So Shakib would have liked that wicket because he's only taken one wicket in his last 60 T20 internationals. Found some form with the bat against South Africa. But it's yet to take a wicket this tournament. Still struggling to time it.
And at this stage of the game, Bangladesh was 73 for 7, Nepal 64 for 5. They could consider themselves 2 hits away from basically being ahead of where Bangladesh were at the same position. But Bangladesh's last 2 wickets got them to a score of 106. They were 75 for 8. It just shows you how important it is when the tail get together and are able to score some runs. The last 2 wickets putting on 31 runs.
And the 2 batters that are in at the moment, this is comfortably for them both of their best innings. Neither of them had managed to get out of single figures in the 2 matches played in the tournament so far. And a scramble one. To keep rotating the strike, keep moving that scoreboard. It's 65 for 5.
Just have to be very careful with this run rate, that yes, they can accumulate singles, but that run rate is heading towards 9 and over. 5 overs to go, 42 required.
Well, they've stemmed the bleeding a little bit here, Nepal. They haven't lost a wicket in that last passage of play. As Alan Wilkins said, they're slipping further and further behind. Bear in mind, Mustafiza still has 2 overs left to go. So he's going to be very difficult to get after. Desperate stuff from Pridoy.
Yeah, there's just one or two edgy fielders out there now, and there's a few more voices. You've got some experienced cricketers like Mamadullah and Shakib, Litton Das.
Oh, he's come a long way down, and Mamadullah's missed the stumps. Tapendra Singh Airy, he's almost run a run and a half there.
Yeah, miscommunication from the two. It might have just been in. Good fielding though from Shakib. Ball watching at the striker's end.
Six. That's what the doctor ordered. As far as Nepal are concerned, he's a big hitter, Mala, and he's produced a big hit.
And the belief is still there. Outside off stump, and just gave it a whack into the tent. He's known for his big hitting, 71 meters. This game still has life in it. 36 from 27.
Now he finds the gap on the offside. They'll come back for two. Oh, and a misfield out there. Jakar Ali. But it's not a costly one in the end.
That's what I was saying, that there's some edginess now around the field. Bangladesh glancing at the scoreboard. That's elementary. Jakar Ali, that's poor. And it just releases a bit of pressure for these two batters. The partnership just 3 short of 50.
Kushal Mala with the best batting strike rate in 2020 history for Nepal. And he's got a 4 here. Oh, what a fantastic over this is turning out to be for the Rhinos. It's the 50 partnership too.
Yes, indeed, and with every run that is scored, the spirits are lifted on one side and there's despair on the other. Just enough bat on it. It's the most productive over of the innings for Nepal. Talk about the partnership. This partnership of 51. And then we reflect on the first innings. The last 2-wicket partnership got them 31 Bangladesh, that is.
And that rate has come down to 7. 77 for 5.
Yeah, 12 runs conceded by Riyadh. Fizz, he's just a phenomenal performer.
Safe. Only just. Tamim it was, who was struggling around there at deep backward square leg. Tanzid Hassan Tamim did his best to get under it, couldn't quite do so.
Well, this would have been a phenomenal grab. He was coming in at pace. It's one of those that if they go in, you're lucky and you look like you brought off the catch of the tournament. But more often than not, you don't quite get there and you have a handful of grass.
Yeah, I'm happy that he went for the catch. That's what you want to see. You could so easily have just held back and allowed an easy single.
Now there's a left-hander on strike now. I wonder if that's going to be a little bit of a help for Nepal. We've seen right-handers really struggle in this tournament to try and get Mustafiza away at the back end of an innings.
Mullah has just batted bravely here. In the very first couple of deliveries he got right behind the ball.
Oh, it's gone straight up in the air. Fielder coming round and takes the catch. Shanto it is, the captain. So much for the left-hander being able to deal with Mustafiza. He's gone the way of all flesh.
Yeah, and that famous slow delivery again. Just look at that, how he contorts the wrist to release that delivery, puts revs on the ball and gets the breakthrough. Only just from Najmal Hussain Shanto manages to hold on. An important strike, breaks the partnership. Kushal Malla goes for 27, 78 for 6.
Captain's been struggling with the bat. But I'll tell you what, he's held a crucial catch there. And Gulshan Jai comes in at number 8. In comes the man who was run out off the last ball of the match against South Africa. Played a tremendous shot earlier in that over, blazed the ball out to deep cover. It looked as though it had gone for 4. It only went for 2, and in the end, he went from 0 to 0. But now he's up against one of the hardest propositions in world cricket. Mustafiza at the back end of an innings. Another left-hander. Little inside edge on that saved him, I think.
Dare to dream, that's what they're thinking. And this is the reason why he's here, that delivery again. The length, though, is so important. Back of a length into the surface. Just that left hand of Shanto doing the trick and sliding in next to us, Muggers. A man who's smiling quite a lot, Ata Ali Khan.
That is a very good catch. Never easy when the field is going back. Excellent from the skipper.
What an over from Mustafiza, just a single from it and the wicket, 78 for 6. So, 3 overs to go. Who's going to bowl those overs? Well, you can see Mustafiza's got one of them, and he'll bowl it, I'm sure. So there'll be precious few runs off that. So this could be a big over for Nepal. Six. Well, I think Dipendra Singh Eri realises the predicament. He knows that Mustafiza has got an over to bowl, so he says, now's the time to go.
Not again, Muggers. Surely not. A couple nights ago, they were agonizingly close. First ball of the over, smacked for 6. 23 from 17, folks.
Well, it's turning out to be another cliffhanger. What a shot to start this over. Taskin Ahmad has been expensive. Once again, it starts And he's hit with the lovely shot, scored the wicket on the offside.
Well, Dipendra Singh Airy is quite capable of finding the boundary. This is his 6 again. Remember, he's hit 6 sixes in a 2020 international against Qatar, and he's hit 6 sixes off consecutive balls in the Asian Games in Hangzhou in September. Point out on the boundary now. Pulled away, not off the middle. Jacker Ali out at deep backward square leg, just another single.
It's all up to Airy, the way he has batted. The Nepali fans will be hoping that tonight's the night for them to keep on dancing in the stands after the match. Intense.
Yeah, the excitement is palpable across the stadium, even here in the commentary box. As you mentioned, Arthur, another cliffhanger.
Dot ball. And every one of those is a dagger to the heart of Nepal.
Arthur, who's bowling those next 2 overs? Mustafizur has one, that's a given. That other over.
Well, if you see Shakib Al Hasan, the kind of experience that he has had, he's bowled 2 overs and has given up 9 runs. But what about Rishad Hussain? I don't mind him tossing up the ball for the next over.
Out. Pridoy takes the catch. Looking for the big shot, Gulshan. And Nepal now 7 down.
They need to understand the fact that it's Airy who's been scoring the runs. So instead of trying to play big shots, try to look for the single. Bangladesh will be very happy. Taskin Ahmed picks up another one. And Nepal keep on losing wickets. The 7th wicket goes. Gone for naught. 85 for 7.
Sompal Kami in at number 9. When he started playing cricket, he did so as a batter at club level. Prabhudu Dissanayake, the former coach, spotted him in that club cricket and ultimately converted him to a bowler. His best of 40, that was against Hong Kong. And that was almost 10 years ago. Beautifully timed shot and brilliantly fielded at backward point by Rishad. 2 overs to go, 85 for 7.
Catches there, and then the ground fielding to save at least 2. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Arthur Ali Khan. The cricket smarts. Airy is the man who's been out there for 25 from 25. Give him the strike.
Mustafiza going to bowl the penultimate over. Nepal surely here have to be thinking just bat on ball, bat on ball. Bat on ball. is the man who started the rot, Tanzin Hassan Shakir. Brilliant spell, 4 for 7. Hatta, he can't have bowled any better than this.
21 dots, don't forget that. Yes, he's picked a wicket. 4 for 7, incredible.
Bat on ball, easier said than done against this man. That length, and against right-handers, he's such a difficult proposition. If not now, when? This is the moment. Come at the hour, come at the man. Is he the man?
Well, when all's said and done, we've had 3 balls in this over, and he hasn't laid a bat on them as yet, Pendra Singh Airy. And with every dot ball that goes, the levels of anxiety, the levels of panic will rise, and they in turn provoke more and more desperate shots.
It's simply too good to be true. And in these conditions, and also on the bigger stage, knowing that they were under tremendous amount of pressure, look what he has done in this over. It's 1 dots after another. He's got produced 4 dots on the trot.
In the penultimate over, he's done this against many more established batters. So spare thought for these guys playing against a full member nation.
It's deja vu. He did exactly this with Tim Pringle a few days ago for the Netherlands.
And again, the cricket smarts, the left-hander should still be out there because it's a more favorable matchup instead of trying to take on Taskin Ahmed in the previous over. To lend some support to Irie. This man has been good though. His captaincy and his rotation of bowlers.
Out. A wicket maiden in the 19th over of the match, with the opposition chasing. What fantastic bowling from Mustafiza Rahman. And Nepal now 85 for 8.
Tanzim Hassan Shakir had figures of 4 for 7. Mustafizur now with that wicket has got figures of 3 for 7 in his 4 overs. And it is a wicket maiden. Again, it's the cutter. And the cutter does the damage. Fizz is on fire. There he goes. They played a good hand with the bat. 24 of 31. And Nepal 95 for 8. Sandeep Lamachani is in. Yeah, I did mention 95. It's 85 gone. Another wicket, and the very first wicket for Shakib Al Hasan in the men's ICC T20 World Cup 2024.
48 wickets in T20 World Cups for Shakib Al Hasan. He's finally gotten off the mark in the wickets column. Another one falls for Nepal. Sumpal Kami, the man dismissed without scoring, 85 for 9.
Avinash Bohara. Oh, and that's got to be close for LBW, has it? Yes, the finger's gone up. We'll have to wait, though. It'll be reviewed, I'm sure. Bangladesh fans are convinced it's victory, but we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have a look first to see whether there was any bat involved. Jayaraman, Marana Gopal, checking to see whether there's an inside edge. There isn't. That's out. Bangladesh are victorious. They have won by 21 runs and they have qualified for the Super 8s. They will join India, Australia, Afghanistan in Group 1.